Hey guys, it's Mana here, and we're back with more Lucid9. When we last left off, we confronted Akira about encouraging Rui to flirt with us and whatnot, encouraging a romantic relationship, and then we came to the cafe to meet Shigure, almost forgot her name, who we haven't run into just yet, since we came into the cafe at any rate, and we found out that Elizabeth is working for a living, so that's interesting. Nothing wrong with working for a living, because I work in retail, for Christ's sake. Not sure if I'd prefer to work in coffee or retail. I feel like the people would be relatively the same. Anywho, we're gonna jump right back in. Back to my senses, I select a butter croissant and throw the other two pastries in my backpack. There's not much to do, so I follow Elizabeth to the blenders. Apparently she's recovered, because her face is set to its default disapproving scowl. What are you doing? Eating a croissant? Stop staring. You know, your workstation has windows for a reason. And that reason is not for you to stare at me like a pervert. What about an admiring fanboy? Blimey, you're insufferable. I can't help but chuckle as a tinge of English leaks through her accent. So, are you actually from England? Why are you asking me all these questions? I'm bored, and you're taking a long time to make my smoothie. Maybe I wouldn't take so long if you would stop distracting me. Maybe you need to learn how to actually focus. She huffily slams the lid down on the blender and starts it up. The roar of the machine blurs the sound between us. Oh dear me, I would like some tea and crumpets. Elizabeth's shoulders tighten in clear annoyance. Tally-ho, old sport, what say you to some fish and chips? The blender picks up speed until it begins to whine. The weather is positively ghastly today, is it not? Then the blender stops. Elizabeth wordlessly pours the mixture into a cup and caps it, handing it over the window. Firstly, I was born and raised in Japan, just like everyone else. Secondly, just because you're not bilingual doesn't mean you have to mock people who are. She tears the wrapper off the end of the straw and sticks it roughly into the smoothie. Have a nice day. Come again. With that, she strides into the back room, leaving me by myself. I actually feel uneasy as I settle into a corner. I'd expected Elizabeth to lash out at me, just like every other time. But she was calm, honest, even if clearly annoyed. Is her heritage a weak spot? Did I bring up something that should have been left alone? Furthermore, why am I letting it bother me? She's never shown me any mercy. Not on the days where I just wanted to be left alone, the days where life almost wasn't worth it. Should I do the same? As I bite into my croissant, hoping to distract myself with its taste, the door of the cafe swings open. Shigure storms in, the tiny manifestation of fury as she clutches her phone against her ear, barking into its mouthpiece. As I previously explicated, the situation now merits further scrutiny. Have you compiled the informative analysis of the extraction methods? Your errant incompetence disgusts me. Trust that you shall be receiving a visitation from your supervising officer within the next 24 hours. Good day. She angrily shuts her phone and stuffs it into her pocket. Only then do her eyes land on me. Ah, Ishiyama. At least someone with a manageable quantity of incompetence. Nice to see you too, I guess. Show me the receipt of your purchase. Purchase? For your pastries. I almost asked her why, but decide to just shut up and give her the receipt. She promptly marches to the counter, taps her wallet against the card receiver, and marches back with 1,300 yen in change. She slides this to my side of the table with an expectant look. You need me to buy coffee for you? This is reimbursement. As your superior, I am treating you for this meeting. Oh, thanks. I'm honestly surprised. She came across as the type of person to make me pay for both of us, actually. Now, regarding tonight's mission. Mission? Indeed, one of my asinine colleagues mislaid a pivotal dossier within the 6th district of Isamu. The 6th out of 9 districts, also known as the District of Drugs, Gangs, and General Mayhem, where little children ought not go. I think I know where this is headed. Your assignment is to retrieve it, tonight. Yeah, saw that coming. And why would I do this? The better inquiry is, what abhorrent consequence shall befall you if you don't? That stalls me for a moment, but I managed to think up some passable reply. Clearly nothing too terrible, since you need me to get it for you instead of going yourself. Funnily enough, instead of lashing out at this remark, Shigure only seems impressed. Perhaps you'll pass after all. Pass? The dossier's whereabouts are currently being established. I shall contact you with additional instructions at a later time. I didn't even say I would do this. I doubt that availability is an issue. How does she... No, I'm not even going to ask. Not having a schedule conflict doesn't mean that I'll take it. Then consider it your municipal burden. But I never agreed to... Do you not wish to be something? To be someone extraordinary? To do something significant with your inconsequential existence? Then it's settled. Stay in touch. She abruptly tilts her cap and storms out of the cafe, leaving me in stunned silence. I return to my apartment, feeling an unusual kinship with on-call military personnel. At this moment, everything is peaceful and quiet, to the point of boredom. But the more I wait, the antsier I get, like a ball of energy is tangled up inside of me. I'd almost like to go and get it over with, but District 6 is huge. There's no way I could find it without at least some general guidelines. I'd be going to the sketchiest area of the city with no backup, no support, no health insurance. Heck, this is probably illegal for Shigure to do. Whatever. It'll be interesting and helpful, apparently. Since I have some free time right now, maybe I should text a friend. Who should I text? I feel like I should apologize to Elizabeth, but Yama is the kind of person who wouldn't do that, and I haven't heard from Rui in a while, so let's text Rui. Hey Rui. How did the talk with Miki go? Yo! I talked to Akira about the little stunt today. I ain't carrying you no more, woman. Rui. Oh my god, stop. I'm studying for a test tomorrow. So needy! Studying? Test? Yes, because some of us can't get away with just skimming the book. You sound stressed. I presume the discussion with Miki didn't go well. Yeah, pretty much. You know how she can get. Stubborn? Yeah, sure, lol. Oh, sorry about the ankle incident earlier. It was all Akira's idea. I plead innocence. You still went along with it, you know. Shush, child. And what about Miki? Are you just gonna keep things this way? Why do you keep taking her side? Shouldn't you be angrier than I am? I think of it as the reverse. I'm not angry. So you shouldn't be, right? This feels like a bad breakup scenario. You understand her explanations and forgive her really quickly. But I don't trust her. How can I be close with someone I can't trust? Doesn't she have a good reason? I'm sorry, Yama, but I really don't want to talk about this right now. I'm in a bad mood from talking with Misaki earlier, and I have studying, and I don't want to make you feel like you need to fix this. It's something Misaki and I need to fix ourselves. Okay, but will you? Fix it, I mean. Night, Rui. I lounge against the sofa and stare into the ceiling, flipping my phone idly in my hands. I should study, or cook, or clean or do something productive. It all sounds so painful. I'll just sit here for a moment. Sit here and do nothing. I suck. Yeah. Whip. This is the address. I've appended directions that a toddler could follow. Rest in the knowledge that if you miraculously manage to lose your way, you will possess an intellect inferior to a toddler, or perhaps already in the case. Should I just go now? It's not like I have anything better to do. And setting up early might give me some crucial information or something. Who knows? I throw on a jacket before I stride out the door, the cold night air cutting into my face. This part of Izumo is a much less friendly one, especially at this hour of night. When you don't look, shadows that shift, lights that gleam, smiles that shine somewhere in the darkness. When you do, only stillness, as if nothing odd is happening. Shady lights, dubious advertisements, a smattering of very unfriendly folk on every street corner. I probably should have just stayed home. Then I could have studied. Or, well, wasted more time, I guess. Anything is preferable to being murdered in the district where the highest crime rate. Thanks a lot, Shigure. Excuse me. Consider it my contribution to the furtherance of society. Gee, you're really comforting. If you are in quest of comfort, I suggest you procure a plush creature of some kind, child. I'm not sure whether I should be proud or disturbed by the fact that I can perfectly emulate her. Oh, hello. What the? I catch the light syncopation of tidy footsteps and, despite every instinct railing against me, follow them around the corner. No one is in this area of Izumo at night. No one except the Yakuza, crazy murderer, maybe a different criminal. Question is, why am I willingly trailing someone who could kill me as easily as they could break a toothpick? I really need to reevaluate my life priorities. Hi. You are a tiny thing. Yeah. I wildly stagger to my feet, ready to meet my attacker with... Wait. To say the least, the girl before me is definitely not a threat. She's almost 2 heads shorter than me, small and skinny, with large, blank eyes fixed on my own. Her pale skin, pointed chin, and unbending posture remind me of a fragile doll. Furthermore, she's an academy student. What would someone like her be doing at this time of night? Sorry. I extended a hand to her. No. Her voice is light, wispy, like the word was pulled out of her mouth rather than spoken out of her own volition. What? She only silently stares into the distance. Okay. The more I examine her, the more mysterious this girl becomes. She appears dainty, thin frame, lacy hair accessories, full cheeks with big doe eyes and tiny feet. But her voice is monotone. Her words are few, her gaze is dead, and she's walking fearlessly around the part of Izumo where no girl should go alone. Are you lost? No. Even her reactions are unusual. For once, I have no idea what could possibly be going on in her head. This isn't really a safe area. Yet you're here. 3 words, the most she's spoken thus far. I'm not as weak, frail, she might consider that insulting. Tired as you. You crashed into me. I didn't. What? You crashed into me. She states this flatly, as if it's absolute truth and no other alternative is acceptable. Right. It dawns on me that her complete lack of fear in this district of the city should be suspicious. She's tiny. Shouldn't she be terrified? Are you heading back to school? No. Well, I was gonna offer to escort her, but... Then where are you going? Are you going anywhere? It's like speaking to a brick wall. Do you need any help? She completely ignores my hand as she glides to her feet, idly brushing her skirt. Really, what is going on here? I'll take that as a no. She glances around, not secretively, not even worriedly, almost mechanically. Then, without a word, she walks away, disappearing around the corner. That was strange. Although I'm not sure the word strange can even quantify how utterly strange that encounter was. Regardless, she's gone, and I've got my own business to see to. Despite this calm line of thought, I'm still shaken as I head to the location Shigure has denoted on the map. Somewhere I must have taken a wrong turn. I tried to follow her directions to the letter, but there's nothing in sight. I shuffle closer to the shadows, peering out of my corner of safety into the road. Several shady figures are gathered around a trash bin, laughing raucously around smoldering cigarettes. Maybe I'm supposed to spy on them? No, I'm supposed to retrieve that file. Still, now I can see why Shigure sent me. Despite her competency at verbal abuse, she's small in stature and can easily be overpowered by any of these thugs. Moreover, she doesn't seem licensed to carry a gun. So, of course, she decides to send a defenseless high school student in her stead. I creep around the side of the building, double-checking my phone. Yep, right here. Give or take a couple of feet. I scan my surroundings, but there's so much litter that I can't see anything particularly significant. Maybe I should ask Shigure. No, this is my assignment. I need to do this on my own. I absently run my hands over the brick wall behind me, as if it'll keep me grounded. My fingers brush over something smooth. Wait a minute. I turn to examine the offending spot. A folded piece of paper is shoved between the cracks of the wall. Judging by how fresh it looks, it must have been put there just recently. Hesitantly, I extract it and skim over the words. Congratulations, Ishiyama. You are not a toddler. My subordinate sent me these instructions to reach the file. A ping-pong ball falls down a very narrow pipe that is fixed to the ground. All you have is your ping-pong paddle, shoelaces, and a water bottle. How do you retrieve it? He claims that the file is at the answer within half a block of your vicinity. A puzzle? Seriously? Try to solve the puzzle, because that's what she's going to want us to do. Well, I guess there's no getting around it. I have to solve this to find the file. Which object is the key to this puzzle? All you have is a ping pong paddle, your shoelaces, and a water bottle. Well, it's in a pipe. What part of the water bottle should I use? The contents. Alright, I could use the water in the bottle, which means I could just freeze the water, throw the bottle in the pipe, and use force to push the ball out, pour water down the pipe, drink water, and urinate in the pipe. Let's not do that one. I could simply pour the water down the pipe. The ball would float to the surface, and I could easily pick it out. That seems like the answer. In that case, it looks like the answer is water. I take another look at Shigure's notes. The file is at the answer within a half block of your vicinity. Does she mean that I have to look for a source of water? What does that even mean? Water's everywhere. Running faucets, the convenience store? No, wait. There's an old fountain on the other side of the building. I walk a short way down the road. Sure enough, another obtrusive note is stuck to the rim of the inactive fountain. Figures, another note. I'm beginning to wonder if I'll ever find the file at all. Congratulations, Ishiyama. You are not a kindergartner. This is the next set of instructions. A petri dish holds a colony of bacteria. Every minute, each bacterium divides into two. The scientist began the colony with a single bacterium at 12 p.m. At 12:43, the dish is half full. What time will the dish be full? Okay. The hour of the answer is the direction in which you must proceed to reach the file. So if it took 43 minutes for it to become full, that means it'll take 86 minutes, or half full, it'll take 86 minutes for the dish to become full. So, let's see. 126? 126? She's enjoying this, I swear. Well, either way, looks like I have to solve this puzzle too. Thanks a lot, Shigure. $126. I think. No, that doesn't quite make sense. Shit, it doesn't? Shit, hang on. Took 43 minutes to become half full. No, it doesn't. You're right, that doesn't make sense. Right, if every bacterium divides into 2 per minute, then it doesn't matter what time the colony was started. All that matters is that at 12:43 the dish is half full. Oh, so once the half divides... Okay, that makes sense. Okay, therefore, at 12:44 the dish would be completely full. So that was a completely useless puzzle that basically just told me to go forward. I walked down the road, keeping my eyes out for another slip of paper. And as expected, there's another note jammed conspicuously between the crevices of 2 buildings. My question is, why does Shigure go through all this trouble in order to get these notes in the first place? She'd have to come here, which utterly defeats the purpose of sending me. Well, whatever. Looks like there's another puzzle to solve. Congratulations, Ishiyama. You are not a 5th grader. This is the 3rd... Okay. I graduated high school and I didn't understand that fucking puzzle. Until I actually read the explanation. Then it made sense. Fuck you. This is the 3rd and penultimate set of instructions. How can you throw a ball as hard as you can, not bounce it off anything, and still have it returned to you? The answer is the direction in which you must proceed to reach the file. What? There's no getting around it. I'll just have to solve another puzzle. What do I need to change in order to have the ball come back to me without bouncing it off of anything? I mean, the only way to throw a ball without it hitting anything and still come back to you would be to throw it up, right? Right. I can't bounce it off anything, and I can't change the circumstances, which means I have to change direction. The question is, what direction? Up. Oh, right. Gravity's still in effect. I just have to throw the ball upward in order to have it returned to me. So the answer is up, and the note says I have to go in that direction to reach the file. I locate a rickety 2-story building next to the canal. Guess that's where I'm supposed to go. I trudge up the stairs, enveloped in darkness. My only comfort is the light that comes from my phone. Eventually, I come into a creepy storage room that's filled with all sorts of ominous shapes. I jerk backward as a dark shape bolts across the floor, but it's just a rat scurrying by. Shigure is doing this on purpose, isn't she? I swirl around the obstacles, keeping my eyes peeled for another telling corner of white. Suddenly, a silhouette wavers in front of my face. A spider. Of all things, spiders. What if it poisons me, sinks its rabbit teeth into my jugular vein, stabs its awful spindly limbs straight through my heart, grows to the size of... Okay, now I'm just being stupid, right? Then it teasingly waves its odious, twisted little leg, nearly catching me on the nose. I instinctively stagger backwards, flailing my hands before my face. My back slams into a hard, stony shape. I whip around, examining it fearfully. It's just the statue of a horse, plastered with a note. Finally. Hands still shaking, I seize the note and peruse its contents. The sooner I can get out of here, the better. Congratulations, Ishiyama. You're not a middle schooler. This is the final set of instructions. A rich man tells his 2 sons to race their horses to a distant city to see who will inherit his fortune. The one whose horse is slower wins. After wandering aimlessly for days, the brothers ask a wise man for guidance. Upon receiving the advice, they jump onto the horses and race to the city as fast as they can. What did the wise man say to them? The answer will show you where the file is located. After wandering aimlessly for days, the brothers ask a wise man for guidance. Upon receiving the advice, they jump on their horses and race to the city as fast as they can. What did the wise man say to them? The final set of instructions. I'm almost done. I actually feel somewhat disappointed. Despite my complaining and the spiders, I've actually enjoyed these challenges. At any rate, I guess it's better to solve this puzzle and find this file. What could the wise man have said? A rich man tells his 2 sons to race their horses to a distant city to see who will inherit his fortune. The one whose horse is slower wins. I was hoping it would give me choices. Right, if they switched horses, then they would have to race in order to win. So the answer is to change horses. There must be another horse around here. I glance around for another equine statue, flinching away from multitudes of cobwebs spun around the corners. Thankfully, I spot one just a few feet away. Sure enough, there's a simple cream envelope slipped beneath its base. Could it actually be the file? Congratulations, Ishiyama. You may be slightly more capable than your worthless peers. There is no file. This was simply a test, and you passed. You may congratulate yourself, although frankly, it was such an easy test that there really is nothing worth congratulating. Take a picture of this note and send it to me as proof of your passable competence. Is she serious? Everything was fabricated. I almost can't believe it, but at the 3rd note, I guess a small part of me was expecting this turn of events. Agreed. Still, she did plant all those notes on her own. Was that why the investigation was supposed to take place at night? So that she could have time to prepare everything? It's almost inconceivable, but it seems like the most likely option. And, in all honesty, it's hardly beyond what I could imagine Shigure to do. Sighing, I pocket the note and carefully pick my way down the stairs and into the street, steering clear of any corners or dark edges the best I can. Alright guys, we're going to have to call it here because I am all out of time for today, but we will pick up on our way home next time. I get the feeling something's about to happen. So we will find out next time. I'm logging off now. I'll see you guys later, and remember to do something nice for a stranger today. You may just save a life.